We're currently going to the City Council meeting in Berkeley, California to get the proclamation for Empress Vintage. Come with me and you will see.
We didn't really, in a way, we don't. Eva. Hi, it shows trying to get me.
Bartlett, who's going to present a proclamation. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is for Empress Vintage. Where are you? Come on down. There we go. Come on down. Yeah. It's a proclamation for neighborhood institution Empress Vintage. Whereas the neighborhood institution Empress Vintage at 1757 Alcatraz Avenue has continued to uplift and to honor Berkeley small businesses. Since its installation 5 years ago, Empress Vintage has initiated a new wave of small business development that has contributed to the thriving neighborhood and has prevented gentrification from outside companies and offices. And whereas Empress Vintage is an eco-friendly business that provides recycled, cutting-edge fashion and style, putting Berkeley on the map for vintage fashion. And whereas Empress Vintage has contributed to the preservation and the beauty of the block with its wonderful rotating window displays that match the color and heart of U-Spirit Artworks murals. And whereas Empress Vintage has strived to create an inclusive environment open to all, where members of the community can enjoy the store's garden events and witness visiting artists. And whereas Empress Vintage truly embodies Berkeley's legendary spirit of the eccentric and is the heart of Alcatraz Avenue. Now therefore it be it resolved that the Mayor Jesse R. Dean, City of Berkeley, do hereby proclaim support for Empress Vintage and the contributions to the city. Cheers, cheers.
Okay, come on. Hi, thank you so much for this honor. Many of you may not know me, but I've been in Berkeley for about 11 years now, and I basically started my business at the Ashby Flea Market, and I was selling vintage there. Then I was offered a tiny storefront space where Adeline's lab is now, and it was under 100 square feet. And I had art shows and vintage clothing and tarot readings, and I did that for about 2.5 years. Then I was offered a bigger space over on Alcatraz Avenue, and many of you may know Alchemy Collective Cafe. We both were over where Adeline's lab is now together, and we both moved to be next door to each other on Alcatraz Avenue. So I've worked really hard to connect people, to have events in our garden space, to work on the land there, and really just create community on the block and in Berkeley in general. And so I'm just really grateful that I've had the opportunity to do that here in Berkeley. I feel that the artistic spirit needs to stay alive as much as possible in the midst of all this change. And I'm just hoping that I can continue to do that for years to come. Thank you.